22nd century, but still one of the best around. Fenway Park here in Boston. It's the final game of this regular season Custom League Series between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. And now in the box, Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll get us started in this one under
Texas,
the lights.
The shortstop.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Jr.
Trout is there. One pitch, one out. Now one down with the bases empty, and that brings up Mike Trout.
Mike.
And a ball 1-0. Swinging a drive to left by Trout. This one's got a chance. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. At the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
Judge looks up. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Juan Soto to the plate now.
Juan Soto.
Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are two away now. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. Now at the plate, here is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
Turner.
Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls.
High and deep to left center field. Back goes Trout to the track, and it's off the green monster. And the Rays strike quickly here in the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Batting second, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Skied into straightaway right. Acuna on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Grounded weakly to the left. Reined in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Fouled off. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to the Rays first baseman. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
He loses him on ball 4. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
And a rather interesting decision here as they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now.
Batting fifth.
Next to stand in is Jose Ramirez. And a great chance here for the Rays to add on in just the first inning. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Fouled away. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And it's fouled away. Guerrero on second. Arenado at first. 2 out in the inning. And he fouls this one off. Sent on the ground out to second. Turner has it. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him.
Well, we all know he can burn on the base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. So next to bat will be Jose Ramirez as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Giancarlo Stanton now, high in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Trout, still going back. And it's gone into the monster seats. Here now is Trey Turner.
The second baseman, Trey Turner.
And there are 2 away now. And stepping in, Fernando Tatis Jr. flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Last half of the second set to go, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Tyler O'Neill.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
1-1.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Popped him up. Ramirez waits on it. 1 down. No one on with 1 down, and up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Going back is the right fielder. At the track, he tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting ninth.
Now to the plate, Yasmani Grandal will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Popped into the air, back behind second. Turner is there. But it's the shortstop that gets there. And the inning is over. stepping up is Mike Trout, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. First pitch on the way. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Morton has a play. 1 out. One out, base is empty, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. No balls and a strike to count. Guerrero, base runner at first with 1 out. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. And it's 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Here now is Will Smith from the stretch. Here's the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Speedy Trey Turner digs in now as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The second base.
Below the zone, a swing and a miss. Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Acuna's there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. So bases are empty with 1 out now. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. He's set and the pitch. Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Trout is there, 2 gone. So 2 are gone here in the Tampa Bay third inning, and that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge. First pitch on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what we'll have to press pause. Stepping in once again is Ronald Acuna, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Now the pitch. Hit back up the middle, scooped up. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall, a home run. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. A ball and a strike. You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side. The count now at 2-1. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So stepping in is Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead.
He's under it, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, it'll be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And they could use a spark from him here. Bouncer to the left side. Ramirez is up with it, and that's out number 1. 1 out here in the Tampa Bay fourth. And in next, it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this.
Arenado swings, and this one is crushed out to left field. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Up next
in now, Jose Ramirez.
The designated hitter.
No balls and 1 strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And it's quickly 0-2. Arenado, the runner at second with 1 away. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And big trouble as this gets to the wall now.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler. Oh, dear.
At the plate now, Tyler O'Neill. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the 0-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air out towards shallow right. Catch made here in shallow right, probably too shallow to advance. So next to hit is Fernando Tatis Jr., runner in scoring position with 2 gone. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike 2.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there. And that's just what he did right there.
Throw to second, but he's in there. As a run also comes in to score, making it a 2-run ball game. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Diego Castillo, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Diego Castillo.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot. 2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a ball.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Second baseman.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here. So now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Mike Trout is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, When the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
To 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. And look out as that gets him. So that's going to bring home a run. Here's Big Aaron. Kyle Tucker called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. Tyler Matzek answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Has a look, now the pitch. Ready with the 0-1. Oof, and it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here's the 1-2.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion.
A swing and a miss. That retires. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And stepping up as the shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tucker is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. So bases are empty with 1 gone, and that brings up Mike Trout. O'Neill waits on it. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Now it'll be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
He obviously wanted that call in the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Here comes the 1-2. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here it comes. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. A swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, man. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
Fouled away. The 2-2. Nolan Arenado waits on deck. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. Lifted into center field. Trout has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Arenado.
A ball and no strikes.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Acuna's there for it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and digging into bat next, the ever dangerous Juan Soto. Cut fastball taken for strike one.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Back goes Trout. And a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone. Stepping in now, Will Smith. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he falls behind 0-2. Base is empty here with nobody out. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Misses, ball 2.
The struggles continue, but that happens when you're not able to locate your secondary pitches. You become a one-pitch pitcher. He needs to start to get those secondary pitches over really fast.
The 2-2. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. Ronald Acuna waits on deck. Count still full, 3-2.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First offering on its way. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. Grandal gathers, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. So next to the plate for Texas, Jose Ramirez. He went deep last time up. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill.
The left fielder,
He's set. Here it comes. In there for strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Here it comes, 0-2. Grounded to short. Fielded cleanly. And that's the first out. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. And it's 1-1. Smoke toward third. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. So 2 outs now in the Tampa Bay 6th. And that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. A 1-2 count to the Rays catcher.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Seventh inning ready to roll. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Guerrero onto the grass. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Now to the plate, here is Trey Turner. He flew out in his last AB. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Gloved by Arenado. Throw gets him, 2 down. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he misses inside with that one, ball one.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
And that's through for a hit.
Now the center fielder.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Behind 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
Trout on the run. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Devin Williams will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Hit the other way out toward right field. Acuna is there to put it away for out number 1. 1 out now in the Tampa Bay 7th. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout.
Wow.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The windup and the 0-1. One out, nobody on. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it. 2 gone. And now Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the AB now. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. settles in at the plate. And a rather interesting decision here as they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now. So the next to Rafael Devers will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. So they'll make a matchup move here.
Now pitching for Texas, number 51.
Salvador Perez will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. 1-0 count. Here it is.
Time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Called strike 2. Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. Hit to short. Reined in. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Ready to begin the 8th, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Kendall Graveman has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so.
Now pitching for the Rays, number 31, Kendall Graveman.
Now the first pitch. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head scratcher despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty B, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
2-2. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. Now this is cut and thrown to first, and he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Now back, the designated hitter,
Luis Robert will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Pinch running at first base, number 88.
Here now is Juan Soto.
Robert.
And there's one away. So here is Will Smith trying here to plate the tying run from second. Scooped up. And there's out number 2. Acuna digs in now. Base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. He's set. The 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A ball and 2 strikes now. Fouled away. A 1-2 pitch. Trout is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Plate is Tyler O'Neill. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw to first is in time, so a good idea, but the bunt attempt doesn't pan out. Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. No balls and a strike to count. A 1 pitch on its way. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
Hit on the ground to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. All set to start the 9th in this one, and set to go as the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. From the stretch, Giancarlo Stanton is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me.
Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. So now to the plate, Trey Turner. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He could really use a knock here. 0-for-3 in the game so far. O'Neill waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Stepping in next, Fernando Tatis Jr. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Next, here is Mike Trout. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
I'm sure every pitcher on the staff could use an extra run right here. I know the bases are empty and there's 2 outs, but stay on the attack. Get a guy on first base. You never know. You get something going and string a few across.
down and ought to be good for extra bases. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single. And up steps Salvador Perez. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Here comes the 0-1. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. And now here is Trey Turner. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Kendall Graveman comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Now pitching for Texas.
Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's fouled away. Slow little roller to third. Knee high, he barehands it. How about that? Up next, Mike Trout 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one.
Wow.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Stanton's back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Digging in next, Kyle Tucker.
The right fielder, Kyle.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. Throw will be in time to get him at first base, and the Rangers have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over. A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. The Texas Rangers came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. For Mark DeRosa.
Yeah.